Hello everybody, hope you're having another blessed day. In today's video, we are doing yet again another Disney prep video. Now, since the last time I actually made a Disney prep video, or actually a video in general, we are actually only now 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks till actually at Disney World, so we definitely need to jump on these. Kind of make sure you guys are prepped for when you actually guys go to Disney, hopefully. I definitely recommend that. I also need to kind of refresh myself what I need to be doing when I get there so I get the most out of my own experience. So, let's get into it. Now, in today's video, we're going to actually be looking at all the maps of the Disney World parks we're going to: Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, Epcot, and Magic Kingdom, and kind of laying out what my strategy is going to be when I first actually get to the parks, okay? Because what my plan is always going to be, what I kind of talked about before, I'm a big rope drop person. In fact, I try to be even the first one in the park. It's really cool. So I'm going to be showing what my rides I'll be going to right at the start to make sure I feel like I get the most out of my experiences, okay? Now, if you're not a rope dropper, meaning you're trying to be the first at least 100,000 people into the park, then you probably do not want to watch this video, because you're just going to get there an hour or two after it opens, even an hour after it opens. And this is probably not going to work well for you, because you will not be able to do the same strategy, because the rides I'll be going to will probably be filled by then, okay? So with that in mind, if you're trying to rope drop, definitely watch this video. If not, you probably want to pass. So with that, let's get into it. So we're going to start really from easiest to kind of do this strategy to hardest, at least most important, okay? So thankfully, we already have it laid out there on a little search bar. We have Animal Kingdom, then Hollywood Studios, then Epcot, and then finally Magic Kingdom. Okay, Magic Kingdom's definitely the hard one to do. So, starting off with Animal Kingdom, we have an entrance down here at the bottom of the little ride right here. Well, not the ride, but the entrance. And, it's really simple to kind of upload this one. Though I will say you will have to get there pretty freaking early, because I think when I was there as a guest on the park, it opened at 7, 8 o'clock. So I had to be there 6, something wild like that. I always say try to be there 2 hours early. At least be down to the bus an hour before the buses leave. And the buses usually get there an hour before park opens, and the park opens even 30 minutes early. 2.5 hours before the park opens. All right. So for example, if a park is set to open at 8, for guests, it may open at 7:30. It means buses may drop you off at 6:30, and you want to be there an hour before the buses can get there. Make sure you're the first on the bus, so you want to be there by 5:30. If you get that kind of math, that's kind of how it works and how I kind of strategize my days at Disney. So what you're going to want to do to get the most out of your time at Animal Kingdom is when you get to the first one, you're going to cut across the same path here. And I'll say, guys, go straight to Pandora, all right? There was no brainer in this one at all. This is what you should always try to do, because you don't want to be into Flight of Passage. Because in an hour, Flight of Passage, guys, is going to have over an hour wait. Okay, you can see 2 hour wait right at the start of the park, because that's where everyone goes to. It's the best ride at Animal Kingdom. And, well, thankfully, once you do Flight of Passage, if you're in the first group or two, you can instantly just walk right on to the boat ride, which also is known to have over an hour wait typically also. And when I was there the first time, it actually broke down quite a bit. So it's best to knock out Pandora World of Avatar really early. You see that most people actually stay over there throughout their stay at Animal Kingdom. Then from there, guys, it's honestly this up to your preference. All these other rides, Kilimanjaro Safari, Expedition Everest, which I think is back working now, hopefully, and then Dinosaur. I know I'm not going to do this, the Rapids or Bugs Life, because those two here, Bugs Life and then Rapids, never have a long wait time ever. All right, so that's really good. And I'll say even Dinosaur. A lot of people don't even go down Dinosaur in USA, because this is just not a popping place right now, especially with Nemo. I don't think Nemo's working. It may be back. Hopefully it is. I've never done Nemo. But in dinosaur areas, this is not really popular, so people usually pass that just to get to Expedition Everest or go to the Safari. But I would say what you would probably want to do, I would say, honestly, try to get to Expedition Everest, maybe hit Dinosaur on the way. You may say, hey, what about Kilimanjaro Safari? And you can do that, but Kilimanjaro Safari is a 30-minute ride, okay? So by the time you ride that, it's typically already kind of regular capacity in the park. You usually in the first hour and a half, 2 hours, everything's regular capacity almost, all right? So just hopping on that once, you will see about everything else is starting to already start to queue up, all right? You may get off there, and you may already start seeing a 15, 20, 30-minute wait at these other rides. So maybe just try to hit Expedition and Dinosaur, because I feel like you can get those both as walk-ons right at the start. So for what I'll be doing, yeah, I'm actually probably will be doing Expedition Everest. I think when I did that last year, after I did the boat ride and flight of passage, I was able to ride Expedition Everest 5 times straight. And for me, dude, that's what used to be one of my favorite rides besides like Splash Mountain, because I love those big old thrill rides. And to get like really just a walk on ride of that quality right at the start is awesome. So yeah, that's kind of the plan. I feel like what you should try to do: Pandora World of Avatar, and then go to ride of preference. I would recommend Expedition Everest. All right, now what I'm salty about next is going to be Hollywood Studios. This one didn't go so well for me last time because they started opening up a lot earlier than I thought they would, which was kind of annoying. So I believe this ride was going to start, like I think it's like at 9 o'clock, so like 8:30 open time. It's like, okay, I want to be there by like 7:30 off the bus there for like an hour for the bus, so I would wait by 6:30. Guys, when I was there at 6:30, I'm in a hotel. The bus was already freaking there. I'm like, yo, no, you're not supposed to be here yet, but it was, and it was already starting to fill up with people. So I was able to, I think, hop on maybe the first or second bus, probably I think the second bus. So that's really unfortunate. And when I got there, guys, there was over like 1,000 people already here lined up going into the park, and I was like, yo, what is happening here? So I talked to the cast members, and they actually said that they was going to let people start get into the ride early, so they can start queuing up a huge line for the Rise of the Resistance. You know, when I mean huge, I mean huge. Like, you see all this like grass area here? There's all this grass. This is actually not grass at all. This is actually like back of these like stalls, kind of like working areas. They line you up throughout this whole thing. Finish this whole grass area, this big old chunk in the middle. You will be inside that, probably starting to queue up at the start. Because when the park actually opens, or starts getting people in to get started like lining up, they will not actually let you pass this little arch here after the 26 Muppets. Because after that, you get into Star Wars Lane, but they won't actually have you start going through there till after like the 8:30 time, which is really, really weird. All right, so just trying to think of a strategy for you guys. This was really hard. I would definitely say try to get Rise of Resistance done as soon as possible, because that is your 2-3 hour wait. But also watch out for Slinky Dog here at 44. Slinky Dog, surprisingly, you know, it has a huge wait time. I've even seen Slinky Dog have a higher wait time recently than Rise of Resistance, which makes no sense to me. It even has more than like Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster, which I think are way better rides than Slinky Dogs. And Slinky Dog's more of like the kid-friendly roller coaster, which maybe that's why it's such a long wait. Yeah, still baffles me. But get into what I feel like the strategy should be if your rope drum leads the route you should go. I would still have to say go for the Rise of Resistance right at the start. Get at least once, and that may be all you get for it during your park stay. If you get 2 or 3 times in for today, you did good, guys. You did really good. So, it's really hard to say what time to get there. Because, you know, I tried doing the whole like hour and a half strategy I did for Animal Kingdom, which got me first, and then the next day at Hollywood Studios, it didn't really work. So, let's say it opens at 9. They may start queuing like an hour and a half early. So they start opening people out and have some people in at 7, means you want to be down at 6 at the thing at your hotel. So if Hollywood Studios opens at 9, you may want to be at the bus by 6. You know, that's what I may try. How to see what the park hours are, but we'll aim for 6. Once you get there, hopefully in kind of front group, you can walk all the way down this boulevard. You're going to skip Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railroad, which I do recommend riding. It is a fun ride. You are prone to lose your Magic Band. And if you want the story about that, I will definitely... Yeah, I'll explain that one in a different video. But yeah, you just want to make sure you get queued up. So you're going to walk down this whole path here. I think you can go anyway. As you follow this little white arrow, you see this little white arrow there? I'm pretty sure this is the path they actually made you get on. So you got to go this by the ABC commissary right here, through this part, and you're going to cut up past Star Tours here. And they'll have you start queuing up right at these gates through this back area. So you'll probably start lining up there around... Let's say like 7:30 are probably how you start lining up through here, I would guess. And you may be there for like an hour and a half. If you really want to be like that first people on, alright? You may not be into that, but mind you, anywhere else you go and you get lined up, you will not be able to get on the ride yet either. So, it's just your preference where you want to wait for. But if you go here that early time, you'll be probably in the first group. I think I was in the first like 4 or 5 carts when I was there doing my strategy, even though I was late, because we good at striding. But we got on there, we go to ride. Once the park opened, we was on within 15 minutes. Well, off in 15 minutes. So that was really nice. And now it's ever to hit over here to Smuggler's Run, the Millennium Falcon. And that's what I say should be your second location. Head to Millennium Falcon. I rode it like 2-3 times. I actually did like every single spot. And my first time since I was by myself and it wasn't that crowded, I got to pilot the Falcon by myself, which is kind of cool, you know. I had no one I had to count on. But even though I did crash multiple times, I still had a blast. But then from there, you know, I would say head out of Star Wars Galaxy Edge, because that's where everyone's supposed to start flooding in. And I tried to get to Story Land, but I was already seeing like a 20-30 minute queue lines in most of these rides. You had an hour already on the Slinky Dog Dash. So this depends what your preference is. If you like Star Wars, hit Star Wars. If you like Toy Story Land more than Star Wars, maybe go for Slinky Dog. But yeah, I'll leave that up to you guys. Either way, you're going to do one or the other, because these will both fill up within an hour. All right, so that is Hollywood Studios. Now let's go to Epcot. Epcot's one I've been thinking very hard about. Okay, very hard. It's just really, really complicated. Now, thankfully, the first day I'm there on a Saturday, I don't have to think about it, because I actually will come through this little monorail system over here, which if you are at the Art of Animation or what is the other place, Art of Animation in Pop Century, what is other kind of like resort rides, Riviera, I don't remember. And you get that had like the Skyliner. I say you actually go for Skyliner, all right? Because you know it'll let you in over here. You can hit like Ratatouille right at the start. It'd be kind of cool. But since I will not be doing that my main day, I'll be rope dropping. I'll be entering the main entrance down here, the World Celebration. Now, when I was there, it opened at 10. I still got there like at 7. And I was the first one in the park. I did not care. You know, so I had a fun time first in the park. And my strategy originally was to go straight to, well, is its name? Test Track. Test Track to me was the best ride at the time at Epcot. Now, with Guardians of the Galaxy out, I don't know how that's going to play out right now. I think it is one of those virtual queues. So I'll be jumping on that thing real quick on my phone. So I'll be getting that virtual queue guaranteed. Don't you worry, it will happen. We'll have a video on that when I'm there. All right, but when that does come like a regular queue line, that will be the number one you want to jump at. Okay, you will want to stride your legs there. You will probably get a leg cramp, but it will probably be worth it. I heard it is an extraordinary ride. So it'll be cool. But the strategy is going to be once you get towards Celebration. There's all this construction maybe still here, and hopefully it's gone. But if it's gone, you can cut straight here between 8 and 4, cut through this little down part here, and you will go to 12 Test Track, okay? Because I'm not going to say Hollywood Studios down here, not Hollywood Studios, but Guardians of the Galaxy, mainly because it's not a regular line yet. So once you come to the regular line, you'll head down to Guardians of the Galaxy here. I think is it 10? Let's say 10. Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. So you'll go to 10 instantly. But until that happens, just pass on it. All right, so 12 Test Track. You want to get that done. You want to be in that line. It's really cool ride. All right, you get to make your own kind of car, race it, high performance. It's cool. You get like 65 miles per hour outside. It's nice. And then from there, I'll make it real simple for you guys. From Test Track, you're going to head right up here to 27, I believe, to Frozen Ever After. Now, you guys may not like Frozen, but too bad. I like the ride. You know, it's one of my favorite rides, actually. It's a lovely little boat ride kind of thing. Nice little drops. I like the Frozen song, so you can deal with it. You know what? So if you get beef with it, just let it go and ride the ride. All right? It needs to be kind of two you really want to jump off at the top, start the ride. Because thankfully, you see World of Nature over here, this whole like right side. No one really goes whoever. Get Nemo. Sure, it's a walk-on ride, guys. It may say 30 minutes, and they lying. It's a walk-on. It's one of those constant moving rides, kind of like Haunted Mansion. There's nothing to worry about there. You have the Living with the Land, kind of a slower walk-on. It's a constant moving boat ride, but they have to kind of stop now and then. They let people on and off, but it's pretty quick. You have Soarin', which can actually have a lot of people queue in quickly, so that one's not that bad, and it's always like 15, 20 minutes or less. So that kind of takes care of that whole area. It's really easy. And then Figment's Imagination, you gotta do it at least once, guys. Now, I heard rumors they would be maybe redoing this ride since they're doing a more of a focus on Figment, which Figment is awesome. I need to get my Figment merch when I get there. I miss that stuff. So hopefully they kind of remodel that because it's kind of kiddie right now. But it's still a fun ride. Again, it's a constant mover ride. So World of Nature, you know, it's a quick pace. There's no long queue lines. So save those to the end when you just want to knock them off. But from there, after you have Frozen Ever After, I would look at how what's its name? Ratatouille. How Ratatouille is doing. Because you may say, hey, okay, you hit Test Track, you hit Frozen, let's go Ratatouille, and I would love to say that, but I don't feel like that may be the best option. Maybe you want to say like Lightning Lane or Fast Pass if you have that option, or, you know, just risk it later. Because you're going to have all these people getting off this like Skyliner, and guess what, guys? The problem is going to go straight to Ratatouille, because you know what? You're like, oh, we want to do a ride real quick. Oh, here's the closest really decent ride. Probably technically the third or fourth best. I don't know how you view Guardians of the Galaxy since it's not a full-on queue line yet. But it's definitely the top 5 best rides in Epcot. So we'll have a lot of people just going there quickly. Just knock it off for their day. So I wouldn't be surprised seeing this within the first 30-40 minutes hitting over like 40 to an hour. So that's way to risk it. But yeah, with that again, I say then, as soon as you get to World of Celebration, head over to Test Track at number 12, and then try to jump up to Frozen Ever After at 27 afterwards, and then go on a few days from there. If Ratatouille's not too crowded, hit Ratatouille, and then from there, just enjoy the rest of your day and hit anything else you want. Alright, I got cracked the neck for this one. This one is a toughie, because I will say rope drop in Magic Kingdom sucks. Alright, it sucks. I did it. I was first in the park, but I didn't feel like first in the park, because queuing up once you're getting everyone in there, they give no cares. They did no cares. When I was in Hollywood Studios, Epcot, Animal Kingdom, when you was the first in the park, they treat you like the first in the park. They say, okay, you are the front of this line, follow me. And I was like, cool. So I got to follow the cast members all the way through the ride, and they let me line up just like that, and we was good to go. Magic Kingdom, oh my Jesus Christ. You know when you was a little kid in elementary, all right, and you just got done with lunch, and you was queuing outside the door before recess, and you guys always by the door was foaming at the mouth, ready to run out there, and the teachers at the door is holding it shut, and they just let it go, and all the kids just start screaming and running at the park, yelling, and the teacher just holds the door, screaming the eyes shut. That's Magic Kingdom. That is Magic Kingdom to a T. Because how it works, once you rope drop, whatever time again, 2 hours before, you'll be stopped right here at the bridges of Tomorrowland and the bridge to go to Fantasyland here. Kind of like 76 right before 75. Alright. Yeah, and they stop you there for almost an hour, and they let the rest of this whole area fill up. Now, mind you, I don't think they let you into Adventureland, or Liberty Square, or Fruity Castle yet. Yeah. I think they even stop you at the castle too. So that's really strange. I don't know why they just let you start. But they wait till that last like 30 minutes or time, whenever it's time for you to actually technically go on the rides. And then they open you up to go towards it. Now, when you're on this bridge, I didn't know the experience over here. When it was on this bridge here, at 76, they stopped us at 64 again. So they're like, okay, guys, let's fill up some more, and then stop. Because like, okay, of course we need more 1,000 people in the park before we can start going again. So we got stopped here. Mind you, I was the first person. But they had you guys line up like 20, 30 across people, it felt like. And then they just moved the rope, and they just said, go for it, children. And it's literally, people just started sprinting to this 57 Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. I was ticked, because, you know, I'm a respectful person. I know the rules. You're not supposed to run the park. These people, 30 years old people, they are screaming, running, swinging their arms, dragging their child. It's like, Jesus, man, this kid. You'll make it to the ride. Just calm down. But people are a little mad at Magic Kingdom or not. I was really upset about that because people get crazy in this park. But yeah, I would say try do Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. This is the biggest ride at Magic Kingdom. I was going to, I think, maybe the second ride or second, like, part, per se, for this ride. If no, I got passed by all these random kids. Those kids that was just running in front of people who's already taking the line just to get in front of them and, like, cutting the lines. And it's like, really? That sucks. All right. But yeah, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train will be your first choice. Now, what is strange that when you start letting people onto the ride, they actually still have blocked off everything from like, I think 46 here is Small World and 45 Peter Pan. They block you off from here, and you cannot go anywhere else in the Frontierland or Adventureland still. Which is really odd. Okay, my original strategy was going to be, okay, we're going to do Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, maybe hit Haunted Mansion, or I think honestly, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go straight to Splash Mountain and Thunder Mountain. Hit those mountains quickly. I couldn't do that. So then I tried getting to Peter Pan's, and it already had like a 30-40 minute wait right at the start. Because there's so many people at Magic Kingdom, guys, which is really I feel like bad management of them, because when you only like limit it to like this like half of the park, those rides right at the start fill up so quickly. So the whole thing of being like, oh, you get to be in the park early because you get on the resort doesn't really matter. You only get your one really quick ride, and then it's like, yeah, sorry, we didn't open the rest of the park. So I did do like an hour wait almost on Peter Pan's after that. And thankfully by then, after that ride, they opened up the rest of the park. So I was able to walk from Peter Pan's at 46 all the way to Splash Mountain, which had still like a 5-minute wait. So I did Splash Mountain like 4 times and did Big Thunder like 3 times. And I continued on with my day. Now, if you're not about doing those big mountain rides, real like a ton like I am, I love Splash Mountain. I'll ride that thing like almost all day if I could. But since it's going away for Tiana's, which I don't know how that's going to be. But if you're not a big fan of it, what I would recommend, of course, is again, Seven Mine Train, hit probably Peter Pan's, and Peter Pan's a really nice ride. And then I would still continue on this path. I would skip Haunted Mansion because even though it may get over an hour wait, it may break down. It wanted to always fix itself real quickly. And it's a constant moving ride. One time, I was stuck here at 27. Yeah, 27 was met by Splash Mountain. I was stopped there to line up for Haunted Mansion. I was on the ride in 20 minutes, though. All right, I walked around this whole free little pond, and I was on the ride in 20 minutes. So rest assured, the line may look long, it will go quickly. So don't worry there. It's constant moving. But again, from Peter Pan's Flight, I say still try to do the Big Thunder and Splash Mountain because those are ones you gotta worry about the outdoor weather. So if it starts like thunder and raining, they will shut down these rides. So hit those early in the morning when it's hopefully not storming. Get those out of the way. And then make your way down south, guys. We're here to hit Adventureland, hit Pirates Caribbean. Thankfully, when I did it, it started to rain, so everyone started running to Pirates Caribbean. It's an indoor ride for the whole time, so it got out of the rain. But it's a nice little lovely ride, and since it will be Halloween season, I think they may actually have some like active cast members in part of the attraction. Would be kind of cool to see. I've never seen it before. But hit Pirates Caribbean, and then 17, the Jungle Cruise. That one was huge because they remodeled it since the last time I was there. So the first time with me riding it remodeled, I wasn't the biggest fan because they changed some of my favorite characters because they were culturally sensitive. But they changed it up, so it had a big crew line. Maybe it's not as long now. But again, Pirates Caribbean, Jungle Cruise, and then good luck rest of your day. Because I say, if you try to get at least 5 rides right at the start, you're doing good. So, again, my strategy and advice for you guys. Seven Mine Train. Of course, you could do Space Mountain at the start if you really wanted to. That's going to have a long queue ride anyways. But it kind of puts you in an awkward situation because with Space Mountain, you have to walk all the way back up here to hit one of these rides that may still be open. And there's nothing else really in this area that's worth like you waiting early in the morning. Okay, it's not a big attraction. Like Carousel Progress, People Mover, Buzz Lightyear Ranger, Laugh 4. They are not ones that are going to have a long queue line throughout the day. So, it's no point in hitting those early in the morning when you can hit something like Peter Pan, Big Thunder, Splash, Pirates, Jungle Cruise. So doing Seven Mine Train, this puts you in a better location in the park as compared to Space Mountain. But yeah, if that's going to do today's video, and I hope you guys enjoyed and hope you guys aren't really overwhelmed by all the stuff I've thrown at you guys today. All right. If you are, definitely go in the comment section down below, and I'll try to explain it more clear, or just go over again different details you want more questions about. I love hearing the kind of questions about how Disney and strategies I come up with throughout the years, and I love sharing with you guys. So with that, it's time for me to say, hope this week is blessed, and hope you again in the next video. With that in mind, I'm out.